Hallo, weiter geht's mit Project Eden, Everreach Project Eden. Ja, wir haben das gestern angefangen. Ich wollte es halt weiterspielen.
Sure they were Aurora. God, this mutiny is getting more and more unbelievable. What I'm wondering is, how are all these people coordinated?
Speaking of,
Well,
Okay, das haben wir gestern schon.
what about Earth? Have you sent a report back to Everreach?
yeah, but that'll take at least a day to hear back from them.
So what do we do in the meantime?
Well, I continue listening to these transmissions. You?
No, I'm fine. I've got to.
You're not going
Mag
to
übrigens, dass man die Cuts jetzt nicht richtig skippen kann.
You can always contact. Oh, but before you.
So, genau. Wir haben bei den Meutereien gestern den Outpost geschafft. Und jetzt dem anderen Typen, wo auch immer er ist, unten, seinen Data Drive zurückgeben. Da ist er.
Lieutenant, welcome back. Did you find my data drive? Thank you. I really appreciate all your help, Lieutenant. This should give us some clues. It contains pretty much every communication and piece of data that went through Aurora.
How did you get that kind of information?
I didn't become an award-winning journalist by only accessing the servers I'm allowed to access.
I know it's against the rules, but having it all in one place is handy.
Exactly. Plus, I already know some of the more interesting tidbits on there. What do you want to know?
Let's start with the obvious. What do you have on Eclipse?
Well, they did send an official message to Everreach 2 days before the attacks.
What did they say?
Same thing they said every week. Same thing every scientist, architect, and specialist has been trying to say to Everreach for months. Hey, this planet is filled with alien stuff we don't understand. Can we please have more time to study it properly? And sure enough, 1 day later, the standard Everreach reply. We need to stay on schedule and build this colony. Just hurry up and finish what you're doing. Leave no corner uncut. Apart from that, though, not any unusual activity that I can see. I'll keep checking.
All right, I'm going to get some rest, but let me know if you find anything.
Okay. Dann will sich mal eine Runde ausruhen. So, ganz.
Thank you, 73. I'll see you in the morning. Jay, come in.
Whoa, Nora, is that you? Oh, you're coming in a lot clearer.
We've shut down the jamming. We can talk as long as we want.
Oh, thank God. You mind filling me in what the heck is happening here? I only caught snatches before.
It's a long story. Are you somewhere safe?
Yeah, I've set up camp in the forest.
See, it's a good thing you're the one stuck out in the woods overnight. You handle camping way better than I do.
Oh, come on. You only set the tent on fire one time.
All right. Where do I start? So that's what we know so far. Eclipse seem to be the ringleaders, but who knows what other outpost ran on it.
Jeez, good to know before I walked into their camp. I was heading straight for them. The obelisks were the only landmark I had.
You should be able to use them to reorient towards Nova in the morning.
Okay, I will. Sorry. It's been a long day. Anything else?
How are you coping, Jay? You're not usually this...
Scared?
whiny. No, seriously, you've been... weird. I've never heard you sound so... exhausted and demoralized.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's not like we haven't had hard missions before. Maybe it's the crash. Maybe it's Mike. Anyway, I'll be fine. I feel better now. More importantly, what about you?
Me?
Oh, come on, Nora. This is me asking. Honest talk. How are you holding up?
Honestly, I'm tired too. I've been going non-stop since I landed. The outpost commander can't spare anyone, so she has me doing all the recon. I don't know what to do, Jay. Things keep getting bigger and weirder. There's all these people, and I want to keep them safe, but I don't even know from what.
Hey, you know, you can't take it all on yourself, Nora. all you can do is protect them the best you can.
You're right. I forgot how good it is to have someone reminding me.
Hey, no problem. You're so busy worrying about everyone else, someone has to worry about you.
Why do you think I keep you around, dummy?
My pretty looks.
Now things are calm. I'm thinking about Mike.
Yeah, me too. It's funny, even after all the firefights we've been in, you never really think this job will kill you.
I never thought someone would die under my command.
There was nothing you could do, Nora. I just wish that wasn't our last memory of him.
You know what I'm always gonna remember about him? San Diego. 150 protesters at the factory gates, not dispersing, not listening to instructions. I had HQ in my ear, giving permission to fire. When Mike's like, before we do that, give me the mic. Let me try something.
Where the hell did he learn to sing like that?
I don't know. I still can't believe it worked. Kept the crowd riveted until backup arrived.
I wish all our missions had gone that smoothly. Rest easy, Mike. A lot of people gonna miss you.
Where are you at the moment? I know you're near the obelisk.
I found a nice spot in the forest. Maybe a click and a half south. Way out of the way so I wouldn't bump into any patrols. You should see this, Nora. There's all these glowing brambles all over the place. I didn't even need a fire to see. And these trees, they're just towering overhead with the stars peeking through. Man, this place, this planet is beautiful.
It sounds kind of like camping back in Haida, Gwaii. Well, except all the glowing alien plant life.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Remember when we used to kayak to the middle of nowhere and camp on the coast? Would watch the sun go down and the stars come out, all framed with these old trees that had been there since forever.
I miss that.
Get some sleep, Jay. We'll see what we can do tomorrow to get you to Nova Outpost.
I wouldn't mind staying here.
What?
Oh, sorry. I mean, on this planet. I can see why people would want to settle here. It'd be nice to stay here permanently.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It'd be a great place to call home.
Well, maybe if we clear things up here, something can be arranged. Good night, Nora. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Jay. Take care of yourself.
Okay, aus unserer Sicht ist der Planet jetzt noch nicht so hübsch. Viel Gras mit nichts. Weil, ich weiß nicht, also die Punkte, die wir haben, sieht ja so nie so prickelnd aus. Ich rede jetzt nicht.
Got a minute? I ran those names from the dog tags through everything I had on my data drive.
And?
Nothing. I thought there'd be some sort of common theme, like being from the same area or same department or same pay grade, but none of them have anything in common. There's nothing in their correspondence that seems like they're contacting a handler or anything. It's just various regular messages back home to family and friends. Either Everreach's rivals have some deep espionage going on, or something else is up.
Sounds like it. Thanks for the heads up, Julian. Keep researching.
Wie gesagt, ich rede jetzt nicht von den grafischen Texturqualität, sondern einfach vom generellen Design. Das ist ein Wald. Wir haben noch nicht so was Schönes gesehen.
Morning. Sleep well?
Eventually. Any updates?
So, my comms team and I stayed up all night trying to scrub through all the backlogged comm traffic, and we think we have a lead. Most of the comm traffic from the other outposts is dated weeks ago, around the first Eclipse attacks, and is just general distress calls. The one exception is Nebula Outpost, in the southern desert biome. They're the furthest from Eclipse, so I had some hopes they'd be okay. They sent 2 messages. The first was the same distress call as everyone else. The second one was only 4 days ago, and it was for Nova specifically.
Why? What did it say?
Nova Outpost, this is Nebula. Please respond. If you receive this and you're still fighting, we can help each other. I have vital information that I can't trust to open channels. Eclipse may be monitoring. If you get this, we must speak directly. Please.
Have you tried to contact their outpost?
Yes, and no one's responded, but...
But you want me to go check it out.
This message is pretty recent. There may still be survivors who can't respond for some reason.
And if not, the information is likely to be on their computer systems. So, even if everyone is dead, it is not a total loss.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but she has a point.
She usually does.
Get ready. It's a long trip. I've already uploaded the coordinates.
Okay, jetzt um die Wüste. Und der hat einen mega dicken Laptop. Ja, nö, jetzt.
Lieutenant, you read me?
Loud and clear. Anything I should know about what I'm getting into?
Nebula was primarily a scientific outpost. Its chief tasks were scanning for electromagnetic fields and performing geological surveys.
Right. What the robot said. You've got the coordinates. If you meet Dr. Palchenko, tell them I sent you. They'll trust me. Or at least they should.
Oh, jetzt haben wir hier wieder eine lustige Sequenz. Ich guck mal, ob wir noch irgendwelche Upgrades haben. Jo. So, hier war doch irgendwo... Ja, das hätte ich. Dafür brauche ich mehr Stärke. Und noch irgendwas. Mehr Health. Auch hier lustiges. Das Upgrade-Menü. Recharge. Ah, Shields Trench. Wir haben keine Materialien. Ja, okay. Okay. So. Jetzt. Die nächste Sequenz. Ja, hier ist auch wieder wunderhübsch. Wüste. Wandertvögel. Wie gesagt, da hätte man sich designtechnisch ein bisschen mehr auslassen können. Wenn das irgendwo leuchten soll und irgendwie Alien aussieht. Aber das hier ist einfach eine Standardwüste.
What the hell? More eclipse?
Aber wie ist jetzt?
What's going on?
I'm off right now.
Ey. Und jetzt auch noch eine Kampfsequenz tatsächlich mal auf dem Ding hier. Und das Ding hat auch Nachladen. So. Dann machen wir noch mal ein paar. Ah. Okay, ich kann mal rumfahren. Das geht natürlich auch. So, nehmen wir die Erfahrungspunkte und die Materialien
Why
mit.
would eclipse come all the way out here?
A desire for more violence?
Gotta be that message. Maybe they figured they could take our people out when we investigated.
Either that, or they want to make sure we don't find out what it's about.
Okay. Dann wollen wir mal weiterschauen.
Lieutenant, I regret to inform you that I am experiencing malfunction.
73, what happened? Did you take a hit?
Worse, I got sand in my casing. It's extremely unpleasant.
So, was haben wir hier noch Schönes? Gerade sehr viel nichts. Also, mehr Gegner.
Incoming hostiles.
Ja, okay. Es geht natürlich auch. Ich bräuchte einen ruhigen Punkt. Das war kein ruhiger Punkt. So, und noch eine Runde. Man hätte den Checkpoint auch ein Stück weiter hinten setzen können, dass man nicht erstmal quer durch die ganze Nichts fahren muss.
Incoming hostiles.
Schauen wir erstmal hier die kleine Gruppe. Ja, das Ding hier ist auch echt immer noch eine Katastrophe zu steuern. Warum habe ich jetzt so wenig Munition mit dem Teil hier? Kann ich das jetzt nicht zu Fuß machen? Hier nicht absteigen? Das wäre irgendwie angenehmer. Oder dass man die Kamera auf dem Ding drehen könnte. Ah. Wunschdenken. Gut, dass die KI absolut dumm ist. Wenn ich sehen würde, wie viel Munition ich habe, bevor ich laden muss. Oh. Wenn man dem Ding richtig treffen könnte. Ah. So. Jetzt hier hinten stehen. Ist da noch die ganze Truppe. Hier verbleibend. Oh, jetzt wird das ja klappen. Und erledigt. So, weiter geht's. Das ist die nächste Kamera. Oh, hier darf ich raus. Das ist natürlich schön. Hier kann ich dann wieder gemütlich meinen Wallhack benutzen. Und gucken, was hier auch ist. So, für irgendwas muss das ja auch hier sein. War für eine Kiste oder wie ich finde. Nee. 2 Kisten. Das ist ja eine Munition. Ah, sehr schön. Okay, Gott noch so geschafft. Das geht dann angenehmer als mit dem Bike zu machen. Ey. Drüben sind dann auch schon wieder die nächsten Gegner. Hey Gegner. So, ja gut, Deckung hier ist gerade schön. Aber gut. Wir sind ja zum Glück nicht intelligent. Würden sie hier nicht so im offenen Feld rumstehen. So. Weil dann würden sie hier irgendwo hier hinten, da oben irgendwas Schlaues machen, aber sie sind es ja halt nicht.
All right. Anything else Eclipse wants to throw at us?
Ah, da ist es.
I brought the numbers.
Das ist die nächste Runde, den hatten wir ja schon mal. Oder
Lieutenant,
sehe ich.
recommend we maneuver to avoid or block line of sight on the gunship while finding safe route onwards to the outpost. Staying still and hoping the problem.
Ah, okay. Da darf man gar nicht ins Rote rein. Macht ja mehr Spaß.
Lieutenant, recommend we maneuver to avoid or block line of sight on the gunship while finding safe route onwards to the outpost. Staying still and hoping the problem goes away is a common human response to stress.
Okay, da geht's auch nicht lang. Das ist jetzt wahrscheinlich ein super lustiges Trial and Error Ding so.
Lieutenant, recommend we maneuver to avoid or block line of sight on the gunship while finding safe route onwards to the outpost.
Ich gebe mir
Staying
Mühe.
still and hoping the problem goes away is a common human response to stress.
Okay, ja. Dafür müsste das Ding sich aber etwas besser steuern können, wenn das möglich ist. Hey. Das ist ja jetzt mega purer Spaß hier. Vor allen Dingen, da man die Kamera nicht drehen kann. Einmal vorbei. Wieder ein Checkpoint.
No signs of pursuit. It appears we are in the clear.
Still, let's get a bit of distance between us and that thing.
Nora, are you there?
Jay, I read you. What's your status? How close are you to Nova Outpost?
Nora, I'm sorry.
What?
You've always been the strong one. The one who gets things done. The one who keeps going.
Jay, what are you...
But I get it now. It's time for me to be the strong one. To be a soldier. It's time for me to fight. To save the innocent. To protect them. To make sure they survive.
Jay, what's wrong? You don't sound great.
I didn't sleep last night. At least, I don't think so.
You're en route to Nova, right? What's your ETA? Jay?
I read you. I'm just under 2 kilometers away from the base of the obelisks.
The obelisk. Jay, that's Eclipse territory. What are you doing?
Like I said, I'm fighting for them, for the children, for the future.
You can't take them all on alone. We need to regroup at Nova and figure out a plan.
It's okay, Nora. I've got this. Jay out.
Jay! Jay! What the hell was wrong with him?
Uncertain. He did not appear to be performing to usual standards.
That's an understatement.
So, mein Bett ist auf Gehirnwäsche, irgendwie sowas. Und die wurden alle dazu gezwungen oder irgendwie sowas, Alien-Technologie. Irgendwie sowas wird es sein. Und er ist jetzt davon auch betroffen. Von diesen Überlisten wahrscheinlich.
War Eclipse drones.
Nebula issues. Hypothesis. If Nebula engaged defensive protocols, their drones may be attacking any unknown or unauthorized personnel.
Ich muss mal kurz wieder eine Katze wegräumen. Die meint, dran sein zu müssen, wenn sie nicht dran ist. So. Menü. Ich möchte gerne. Menü. Dankeschön. So, Versuch Nummer 2, diesmal ohne Katze. Der Checkpoint ist natürlich auch wieder kilometerweit weg. So. Bremsen.
Eclipse drones, I
Our scans indicate these are Nebula-issue drones. Hypothesis. If Nebula engaged defensive protocols, their drones may be attacking any unknown or unauthorized personnel.
So eine Salve pro Ton, okay. Ach Katze. Eine Katze vom Bildschirm ist nicht sonderlich hilfreich.
War Eclipse drones, I see.
Negative. My scans indicate these are Nebula-issue drones. Hypothesis. If Nebula engaged defensive protocols, their drones may be attacking any unknown or unauthorized personnel.
Okay, das wissen wir jetzt. Katze nicht auf die Tastatur. Ach, dieses Menü macht einen echt wahnsinnig dabei noch. Auch nicht das Mikro fressen, Katze. Ja. Nicht das Mikrofon fressen. So, ich glaube, ich habe jetzt alle. Jetzt ist mein Gegner nur noch die Katze, die ja meint, alles fressen zu müssen, was hier rumliegt an Kabeln. Nee, Also eine. Ja. So. Aber es geht ja jetzt einigermaßen. So war es jetzt die letzte. Scheinbar. So, und hier geht's wieder zu Fuß weiter. Warum auch immer, Katze runter von der Tastatur. Ah,
Lieutenant,
Mr. Morgan, what are you doing on this call?
He barged into comms a few minutes ago. Turns out he has some important info he got off of that classified database of his.
it is important. According to that database, there's a small archaeological team working in the desert where you are right now.
Query. Significance?
All the attacks so far have been on outposts or major installations. This was a tiny team out in the field in the middle of nowhere, almost unknown to everyone.
So Eclipse might have missed them. They might be still alive.
Go check it out if you have time. But don't forget your mission.
okay, dann wollen wir mal die Nebenmission mitmachen. Wo ist noch eine Kiste versteckt? Warum auch immer wir jetzt gerade über die Riesenfläche zu Fuß gehen müssen und nicht mehr das Hoverbike nehmen können. Oh, mein Internet hat auch schon wieder keine Lust mehr. So. Ja, es ist mein Kabel. So, mal gucken.
No sign of survivors, and all the consoles and computers have been deliberately smashed.
How rude.
So Eclipse destroyed everything? All the work these people did.
I have a suspicion a particularly diligent tech drone could recover some data.
Ah, smug mode. Recommend finding console remains for me to interface with.
Natürlich die ist da ganz oben. Und wieder ein gutes Schieberätsel.
Downloading data. Basis for Sidiri translation discovered. The team uncovered a stone tablet with both Sidiri text and simple pictographs of natural objects. Sun, moon, water, tree, and so on. Once linguists were able to make connections between specific concepts and words, they could begin extrapolating further.
Okay, but how did they extrapolate the name Sidiri? Seems a long way to go from sun and moon to that.
They have reports on how they reached that particular name. I would be happy to explain their thought process. I would need several hours, a slide projector, and a primer on semiotics, phonemes, and logographic writing systems.
Never mind then.
Was haben wir denn hier? So ein Tablet. Latest translation report. We have made tentative translations of several more runes in relation to the river rune identified last week. The 2 circular runes on Stele 12.3 have been extrapolated as moon and sun based on what side of the river rune they are on. Once we made this connection, we were able to make rough translation of several other runes derived from these moon and sun runes. Dr. Polis believes she may have a working text for the void calendar. We were also able to make a reasonable form education regarding the constant presence of smaller versions of the rune for individual. We believe it to mean the children. What we don't yet understand is why the children rune does not appear on earlier steles, but appears constantly on later remains. Our next task will be to translate the context around their appearance. Okay. Da wollen wir irgendwo hin. Da hat irgendwo noch eine Kiste.
The team's translations provided new context for these rings. They may have actually been military installments instead of religious structures.
And why did they think that?
The repetition of the Sidiri word for kill on the surface of the rings may be a clue.
I think I liked these Sidiri guys better when we couldn't understand them.
Hier irgendwas zu lesen. Brainstorming for future thesis. Other worlds at war. Evidence of the eerie conflict. Key point. Ruin structures at various locations on Eden. Archaeological evidence of high-tech electric charge. Burn marks. Coils. Charger coils. Orientation. All pointing towards other rings or settlements. Repetition of the theory word for kill. Could be mistranslations, still likely to be aggressive militant. Purpose, religious inscription, instruction. Theory. Rings are part of some weapon structure. The theory engaged in civil war. Civil or multiple countries. Ring weapons pointed at other settlements. Ritual destruction, conform with burn mark analysis.
This is where the team was able to translate their first full sentence in Sidiri.
What does it say?
Well, of course, the translation may not be accurate. The archaeologists note that some of the nuance is lost, and of course,
73. What does it say?
they believe it says, "Bad planet, stay away."
We've completed our sweep. No survivors.
At least we recovered all their work for posterity.
It's too bad Eclipse gets to profit off it too. I bet they're all camped around their big old obelisks, translating everything and passing it along to their bosses back home.
That would be difficult, as the translation data would not work for their use. The obelisks are not Sidiri.
Come again.
It was covered in the team's reports. These Sidiri structures are 4,000 years old, but the obelisks predate them by almost double that.
Same race, different time periods?
They considered that theory, but their languages, art, and architecture are completely unrelated to each other.
So, what are you saying? There were 2 different groups of aliens on this planet? That is exactly what you're saying, isn't it?
So the Sidiri came along later, but why? What the hell happened to him?
And if they didn't build the obelisks, who did?
Let's go. I think I've had enough of this place.
Internet ist an dem Punkt auch wieder vollständig weg. Was eine Freude. Ich starte mal kurz mein Router neu. So, mein Internet scheint wieder da zu sein. Dann schauen wir mal weiter, sobald ich meinen Menüpunkt irgendwo hier wieder hingekriegt habe. Dankeschön. So. Dann schauen wir mal weiter. Materialien. Wieder so ein lustiges Teil. Oh, ich sehe schon wieder, was auf mich zukommt.
Attempting to access controls.
73?
That was mildly unpleasant. This force field was activated by Nebula security codes shortly after Eclipse attacks began.
Wait, so that would mean...
It is probable that the field was put up by Nebula survivors to protect against Eclipse attacks.
So they might be still alive and safe. Is there any way we can get through?
I am not equipped to bypass this level of security lockout. However, the Nebula drones are authorized to access this system. If I had some of their parts, I could create a spoof ID and gain access.
And how do we get these drone parts?
Blow up some drones and pick up their pieces.
Simple, yet effective. I like it.
Okay. Und da hinten sind auch praktischerweise gleich Gegner aufgeploppt.
There's one. Please try not to blow it into too many pieces.
Ich werde mir Mühe geben. Wir hätten irgendwie aus.
The parts are slightly singed, but adequate. I will need more, however.
Warten, bis die näher kommt. Oh. So und looten, da sind die nächsten.
There's another one. Taking it down.
Erstmal wieder gut hinter der Wand positionieren.
Could you blow the next one up a bit less violently, please?
Gebe mir Mühe. Die laufen da wie aufgescheuchte Hühner rum, ja. So, einsammeln. Was haben wir denn hier? Munition und Kiste. Die auch nur Munition beinhaltet. Und da drüben noch. Da oben sind die noch. Letzten und ich sehe eine Minispielkiste.
Last one.
Erster. Das lustige Minispiel. Gut, geschafft. Rettmaterialien mitnehmen. Jetzt an den da oben hin. Waffe weg. Jetzt Bewegung auch wieder so eine lustige Geschichte. Jetzt kommen sie doch. Jetzt hier rüber. Und wieder Korn durch die Wand schießen. So funktioniert das.
Nebula hardware integration complete. Please proceed to the force field at your convenience.
Das muss ich nach dem Gegner wegmachen. So.
Ready to interface with Nebula controls.
Let's do this. Drop the force field.
If there's anything else you wish to explore or investigate in this area, I strongly recommend doing so now.
Nee, wir haben alles erledigt.
Q. Can you stream visuals to base?
Patching you in.
My God. I interviewed some of these people. That was Mr. Nbudu, security. He had a mother back home. He was earning money for her operation. That looks like Aisha Samir, one of the top geologists on Earth. Took the job to see a new planet. They died fighting. What? Each other? I don't understand.
Gehirnwäsche. Nee, nehmen wir den Giga-Laptop da drüben.
Lieutenant, I I found a significant message, a signal sent out a few hours before comms went dark.
Who were they trying to reach?
Eclipse.
Eclipse Outpost, please come in. We just read a massive energy spike from your location. Please copy. We're tracking a planet-wide electromagnetic field that wasn't there before. Origin point is the obelisk structures. Eclipse, come in. Is this related to your archaeological activity in the area? Please confirm. Damn it, I told them not to rush opening that chamber.
End of message.
So, an electromagnetic field went up just before Eclipse started attacking everyone.
Chances of coincidence are 0.003%.
Okay, damit hätten wir rechnen können. Sag ja, irgendeine Gehirnwäsche mit den Obelisken.
Lieutenant, I found one of Dr. Palachenko's personal logs.
Let's hear it.
Palachenko, personal log. I can't believe this is happening. Today has been a nightmare. Eclipse personnel just suddenly attacked us. No warning. We barely chased him off and got the force fields up in time. I was just talking to some of the people at Eclipse the other day. They were fine. But all they could talk about was how the bosses back home wanted that damn chamber open right away. Apparently, the pencil pushers back home forgot that when you rush something like that, you get careless. At least we're safe in here for now. Whatever's going on out there, we can wait it out.
End of log.
Well, frankly, I feel even more confused now.
What was that chamber they mentioned?
I think there was some evidence suggesting there might be a sealed subterranean room at the base of the obelisks.
And what's the connection between all this and Eclipse turning on everyone?
I don't know, but this is sounding less and less like a mutiny by the second.
Granatapfelsaft.
Lieutenant, another personal log by Dr. Palachenko.
Go ahead.
In my last log, I said that we were safe behind the shield. I was wrong. We figured out the field's effect with the help of med staff. Well, figured out is a strong word, but we know enough to know we're screwed. There were some big medical terms flying around their report. Amygdala, thalamus, hypothalamus. But I got the gist of it. The electromagnetic field from the obelisks is designed to pretty much rewire organic brains. It stimulates the part of the brain to do with aggression and violence, puts the urge to fight way off the charts. It also interferes with regular brain activity, kind of like you got no sleep. But the scariest thing, over time, the brain waves shift into the field's patterns. Eclipse's outpost was right next to the obelisks, so they got the biggest, most intense blast of this. But this field extends everywhere. We're all being reprogrammed now. Apparently, distance helps, and it affects people at different rates, kind of like how some people manage for days without sleep while others fall to bits. But it's only a matter of time before we're all affected. Either Eclipse kills us, or we end up like them.
Abigail, did you get that?
I did, but I don't know if I can believe it.
Lieutenant, didn't you say that some of the Aurora personnel attacked you at that outpost?
Yes. You think they may have been affected as well?
Look, I knew these people, and as nuts as it sounds, this makes more sense than them being part of some violent mutiny.
Okay. Jetzt wissen wir es. Es war doch Gehirnwäsche. Ich hatte
Another
recht.
personal log. Go ahead and play it, 73.
Well, we finally got some good news, of a sort. Something that might help protect against the field's effects. On further scans, we noticed some irregularities in the field in random spots all over the planet, almost like eddies in water. In these zones, the field strength is greatly lessened. I can only assume the effects of the field are too. The irregularities looked familiar, so we ran the map against our geological surveys and found a link. The field becomes weaker in places with large deposits of ferromagnetic metal. These metals may not be the same as, say, iron, but they act like magnets and generate a minor magnetic field. This disrupts the larger obelisk field and creates a small, safe spot on and around the deposit. Most of these metal deposits are in the middle of nowhere, except for one near Nova Outpost. Close enough that the outpost is in the safe zone. There might be actual allies there that we can band together with, assuming Eclipse hasn't killed them all. I think we have to go to Nova.
Lieutenant, if what they're saying is true, you need to get back here, right now. You're not safe out there.
I'm fine. I don't think it's affecting me yet.
All the same, finish up and get out of there. Sounds like their idea of holding up here at Nova's our best bet for staying sane.
Hello. Hello from Germany. Most of the stream is in German, so if you don't mind, no problem.
It's over. It's all gone to hell now. It's just a matter of time. I brought all the staff together, explained the plan to leave this place and head towards Nova. I thought they all got it. Some of them did, but there were a lot of people who said no. They said it was too dangerous out there, that outside our shields we'd be picked off or just die in the wilderness. Then things got ugly. Everyone was shouting at each other, accusing each other. Some of it made sense, some of it didn't. I don't know. Some of them might have turned. Some of them might just have been scared and tired and on their last nerve. All I know is that someone pulled out a gun and by the time it was over, half of us were either dead or headed off into the desert to die, to escape, to shack up with Eclipse. Who knows? Between them taking the vehicles and all the damage done to our food supplies, there's no way we can make the trip to Nova now. No one's taking it well. It's just a matter of time before, well, you know.
Hey. Was haben sie sich alle abgeschossen? Und Nova war nur sicher, weil da irgendein Eisenfeld ist. Und mehr
Found
Loks.
the body. Abigail, is it...
Yeah, that's Palichenko.
Final personal log accessed.
To anyone out there who hasn't died or lost themselves, if you find this, if you find me, get off this planet. It's too late for us. I heard shooting, screaming. I should go and fight too, fight and kill. I'm losing it. Sometimes I think of my wife and my family and things clear up for a bit and I can think I can be myself. But then I start thinking about the children. I don't have any children. They're scratching at my brain, screaming in the dark. I can hear the whispers when I wake up now. All those beautiful memories of Marnie smiling. I try and grip onto them and keep grounded, but they're flying away. I can't get away from it. Not on Eden, only out there. I can't get out there. I won't lose who I am. I can't lose who I am. Marnie, if you hear this, I love you. I want to go as myself, thinking of you.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay. Dann gehen wir mal wieder zurück. Und deswegen haben die anderen da auch geschrieben Bad Planet. Ist nicht so gesund, was hier ist. Gucken, ob das Spiel das noch erklärt, was da jetzt genau ist. Aber erst muss ich den Weg zurückfinden. Was hat er denn? Ist noch ein Gang? Hier kommt zumindest zurück.
Jay, do you read me? Please come in. He said he was almost at the base of the obelisk, didn't he?
That is correct.
Palichenko's report said the field was strongest closer to the obelisk. I should have known something was up.
Ich hab's mir ja zu dem Zeitpunkt schon gedacht, dass er irgendwas ist. Oh. Ach, der schon wieder.
Damn it! This thing again?
Ah, diesmal wieder in Sequenz wie Nummer 1. Hin, wo will ich denn hin? Bank. Ah, da reinfahren. Es steuert sich leider immer noch genauso beschissen wie von Anfang.
I've had enough. Let's bring this thing down.
We appear to be doing significant damage.
Significant damage is still not dead.
Weiter geht's. So, einmal ein paar geschickte Ausweichmanöver. Geschickt hier durchmanövrieren. Weg. Ja, kommt da nochmal wieder runter, dass ich ihn mal abschießen kann. Nicht so. Jetzt einfach in die nächste Runde. Wasser wieder. Und weg ist es.
Lieutenant,
Don't worry, it's not the field, it's... I've been having a rough couple of days.
do you wish me to offer comforting interactions?
I don't know.
About Technician J. Please note that the Nebula reports mentioned nothing about this effect being permanent. It may be reversible.
That is true.
Perhaps you will recover after a relaxing vacation, preferably on another planet.
Yeah, that sounds great. Maybe I'll take one too. You're a good partner to have right now. Thank you, 73.
73Q.
Hmm?
My actual designation is 73Q. My friends call me 73. Current number of friends is 1.
Yeah, one.
Lieutenant, get back to base on the double. I've got bad news.
We finally received a reply from corporate on Earth. It'll take at least a week for reinforcements to get here, maybe 2. To be blunt, we can't hold out that long. So we end this, now, tonight.
What's the plan?
We've mobilized every Nova personnel that can carry a weapon. Our mission will be to cut a path straight through Eclipse to the doors of the central obelisk.
And then?
While you were gone, we've built a bomb big enough to take out the obelisk structures. When we've secured a clear route, the bomb will be moved into position using an industrial cargo platform. Once it's in place, we trigger the fuse, and boom. No more alien landmark.
Between the bomb and the platform, it's gonna be bulky. If we're storming the obelisk, who's staying back to move the bomb?
Engaging whistling subroutine.
Eclipse Outpost is surrounded by walls. Once we're in position, we set off some explosives, then push through the breach.
And the mind-controlled Eclipse personnel?
We'll aim to wound, disable, or capture as many as we can, but the mission comes first. We see our shot, we take it. Literally.
Understood.
Let's move out.
Ah, okay, danke.
Mission! Abort!
Ja, danke Spiel, wenn du mich in der Cutscene festhältst und ich keine Tasten mehr drücken darf.
Eclipse Outpost is surrounded by walls. Once we're in position, we set off some explosives, then push through the breach.
And the mind-controlled Eclipse personnel?
We'll aim to wound, disable, or capture as many as we can, but the mission comes first. We see our shot, we take it. Literally.
Understood.
Darf ich? Nein, ich darf immer noch nicht. Ja, danke Spiel.
Abort mission! Abort!
Danke, dass ich nicht laufen darf und so eine Geschichten. Danke.
Eclipse Outpost is surrounded by walls. Once we're in position, we set off some explosives, then push through the breach.
And the mind-controlled Eclipse personnel?
We'll aim to wound, disable, or capture as many as we can, but the mission comes first. We see our shot, we take it. Literally.
Understood.
Let's move out.
So jetzt darf ich sprinten. Dankeschön. Das macht doch aussehen.
Abort mission! Abort!
Oh je, da kommt der Spaß.
Eclipse Outpost is surrounded by walls. Once we're in position, we set off some explosives, then push through the breach.
And the mind-controlled Eclipse personnel?
We'll aim to wound, disable, or capture as many as we can, but the mission comes first. We see our shot, we take it. Literally.
Understood.
Let's move out.
Ja, es ist nicht ganz so einfach. Legst du dich lang, Licht?
Right behind you.
Come on, we're all in position.
Almost there. In position.
Attack on my mark. 3, 2, 1.
Ah. Wallhack aktivieren. hier noch schön ist. Da ist noch einer.
Keep pushing forward. We'll deal with survivors once we're secure.
Da ist noch einer.
Damn it, we're lagging behind.
I'm almost there.
Throw your gun away, Nora. I knew you'd come. I just didn't know how I'd feel about it, if I'd be ready.
Jay, the obelisks have started affecting your mind. You're not thinking clearly.
Or maybe things are clear for the first time.
You remember what I promised when we first enlisted? What I said when you were nervous?
You said you'd always get us home. I'm supposed to... They want me to... forget.
Come on, Jay. Let's go home together.
Something's wrong, Nora. The whispers. They're getting stronger. I can't.
Don't worry. We'll make it stop. Abigail, can you help my squad mate? He's lucid, but he's being affected by the field.
Well, I scored him away from the bomb blast zone.
Go with them, Jay. They'll help you. I'll be back with you soon. "73, I'm at the entry point to the obelisk. Where are you?"
Apologies for being late. I was attempting to maximize dramatic impact. I'm helping.
When this is all over, that droid needs to get her personality protocol repaired.
No, she doesn't.
Activating flush mode.
Alright, here's the plan. 73 and I will escort the bomb inside while you cover us. Be ready to evacuate everyone out of the blast zone, both your troops and the Eclipse survivors.
Alright, good luck.
Come on, 73.
So, und ab in die Untergrundkammer.
Wow. What is this?
Some sort of proximity sensor.
The married 9 vessels have set out into the vastness of the universe. 9 to discover the cure. But all of them have failed. With each passing cycle, we were more and more concerned that our efforts may prove futile. Once the last province was consumed by this furious plague, we knew our time grows short, and we have to act now.
We should be able to proceed now.
Yeah, it looks like we just needed to let the message play out.
What message are you referring to?
What he said? About the plague and everything?
My audio sensors have not picked up anything since we entered the cave.
Huh.
Okay, jetzt sind wir auch betroffen von dem Feld. Oh. Also, die bewegen sich.
apex of civilization. No weapons, no conflict, only peace, understanding, and stability. From that soil grew art, diplomacy, technology, exploring the stars, and claiming them for our own. But alas, our greed will be our downfall. Blinded by our hubris, we have ventured too far and too fast, until we encountered this sickness that now ails us all. Our only chance to survive is if our massive towers are built in time. The Towers of Hope, we call them.
Those appear to be the obelisks.
These hold the key to our future.
Interesting. Sounds like a quick recap of the species' history.
My audio sensors still haven't picked up anything.
That's weird. So, whatever this is, only I can hear it. Maybe it's all in my mind?
Was, aber 73 konnte drauf antworten. Okay. Oh, hier lang. Nehme ich jetzt erstmal den hier hinten. Du machst jetzt Platz und dann müsste ich den letzten hier kriegen.
And so the trap has been set. All planets have been reshaped for optimal climate, atmosphere, and ecosystem. And the Towers of Hope are in place on each one.
Wait, do they mean Eden?
Future colonists from other worlds will find these planets, activate these devices, and the psychic fields will incite compliance. The mind slaves and their victims will then be harvested, their bodies used to forge the cure and give our younglings a future. Each Tower of Hope has 1,000 children sleeping beneath it. We are leaving this archive behind for our younglings, so that once awakened, you may learn the truth.
They're harvesting human bodies to cure their children of a plague.
Ja.
Recording this message to be heard when the Towers of Hope have been breached from outside. This means that an alien species, your species, has made it this far. I'm now addressing you directly, the one who has been formidable enough to make it here. I cannot imagine your rage over what we have done to your people. Know that it was justified, and know that we are desperate. There is nothing left for us but to beg for the life of our younglings. You alone hold the key to our future, and our fate is in your hands. Triggering this message has begun an escape protocol. The pods of our children will be loaded onto one of the vessels, and the Towers of Hope will be silenced. If you stay your hand, our younglings will escape, and our race will be forever grateful. My race has always respected strength, and you have proven worthy. Therefore, we promise to you, whatever you decide, the Towers of Hope will cease their song. Your people will be free.
Okay, dann lassen wir sie einfach gehen. Was auch immer jetzt das andere dahin sollte. Wollten forschen, aber irgendwie hat keiner geforscht. Ich verstehe es nicht. Und jetzt schießen wir sie einfach ins All. Okay. Ach, die wollten jetzt noch für irgendwie gegen die Seuche irgendwas machen. Keine Ahnung.
It worked. The field's gone. The Eclipse survivors are coming out of it. We did it.
Okay. Jetzt haben wir noch einen Abschluss. Regularly readers of my column know how I feel about Everreach. Since returning from Eden, some might say surviving Eden. I've been using this space to regularly hammer home Everreach negligence and culpability in the Eden incident. But as much as a matter of principle, I would be lying if I said it wasn't personal as well. Since returning to Earth, I have not gone to a single funeral or service for the friends I lost on Eden. This is because there haven't been any services thanks to Everreach's interference. If Everreach had their way, not only would there be no victims from the Eden incident, but they would never have existed in the first place. Luckily, thanks to a single brave Everreach employee, we have names to put to these people. Names and faces and identities. Those are people who should never ever be forgotten, regardless of personal privacy or corporate non-disclosure. Everreach's continued insistence on sweeping these people under the rug is not only an affront to me as a journalist, but an insult to my friends. Everreach not only denies the Eden incident ever happened, but if it did, they certainly didn't do anything that aggravated the situation. No, they even erase and ignore these victims. All in an effort to make sure the colony plans go off without a hitch, and then come out smelling like an interplanetary rose. What's worse is it seems to be working. Even my attempt to challenge the narrative by sharing the colony data banks and community logs has resulted in a long legal battle, apparently being reprimanded by Everreach security means I'm a criminal. I won't stop pushing Everreach to come clean about its mistakes, because to do that would be dishonoring those hundreds of people that never came home. And until the day comes when they can at least have the funerals and memorials and services, this will be the way I keep their memory alive. Yeah. Okay. Ja, das war jetzt ein Durchschnittsspiel. Nichts Herausragendes. Irgendwie konnte man das Ende vorhersehen. Auch wenn das Ende jetzt überhaupt keinen Sinn ergibt, warum haben sie jetzt die Leute... Sie wollten die Mind controllen, um irgendwie an denen zu forschen, haben aber irgendwie doch nicht an denen geforscht und am Schluss wurden einfach die Kinder, dann, die da eigentlich geheilt werden sollen, einfach ins All geschossen. Von mir aus. Und ja, Gameplay ist halt auch eher so nicht prickelnd gewesen. Man konnte einfach alles durch die Wand erledigen. Gut, Wallhacks einfach im Spiel eingebaut. Schießen fühlte sich furchtbar an. Steuern war auch nicht so. War halt kein super. Das Spiel ist jetzt abgestürzt. Ist jetzt noch in den Credits zum Ende abgestürzt. Nö. Credits liefen einfach nicht bis zum Ende durch. Gut. Das zeigte einfach nochmal. Es ist jetzt nicht so das prickelndste Spiel war.